I'm gonna be doing this in one take because I really do not feel like hating myself. But hey, it might make for some good content if I just do all this on the fly instead of just having to read off a script. Anyways, greetings replicants, my name is Sonder and welcome to this video. So I am autistic, which means I have a lot of neat little talents, but I cannot talk to people for the life of me. Including some of my favorite VTubers. And content creators and my friends as well. Yeah, it's a fucking sad life I live. My experiences with autism are a mixed bag. Because on one hand, I get to understand stuff a little bit more faster than ordinary people. Like, for instance, I tried riding a bike outside as opposed to riding it downstairs in my basement for the first time. And in just one fucking day of riding outside and failing over and over again in the basement, I actually understood how to ride a bike. So on one hand, I get to understand a little bit faster and have a different way of thinking than neurotypical people. On the other hand, it has gotten me to annoy my family quite a little bit. For example, my tone of voice. I'm known to be very loud on some occasions, and several times when I was younger, my mom always comments about a microphone being lodged in my throat, which hurt my feelings a lot. I'm also known to repeat words a lot, or phrases, or even reciting scenes from movies or shows or video games out loud to myself. I think one of the things that I have with autism is I have very specific interests. For example, you all know that one of the core themes on this channel is learning how to grow and change as a person. So I'm always taking in advice, taking in how to cope with things better, and knowing how to respond to people. Because I think at heart, I'm an ambivert, right? I don't mind talking to people and I don't mind the company, but at the same time, I am perfectly fine and perfectly capable of just vibing by myself. It's weird. It's very weird. But hey, what are you gonna do? It's autism. Yeah, another thing about that is that a lot of the time when I'm just either lurking or chatting in other people's chats, I do not know what to say or the right thing to say, or if I'm gonna come across as being a fucking dumbass. First impressions are important, and I want to make myself to be as approachable as possible. But I find that a lot of people are intimidated by me, especially when I'm role-playing. Yeah, I'm a role player. Big shock there. Those who are close to me know this, but those who don't, you learn something new about me. Congratulations. Here's another thing you should probably know about autism. Not all autistic people act the same. You have some autistic people who react very differently to large crowds or loud noises or lights or something like that. I'm personally fine. I find myself to be coping with a lot of those. I mean, hell, I like my music loud. I don't know why, but I do, and I think there's something wrong with my ears. I think my main story with being diagnosed with autism was I was diagnosed at the age of 7. And while I don't remember my childhood very well, which is a fucking problem, well, I don't remember my childhood apart from all the fucking toxic, disgusting, and terrible things that I did. And I have to remember them so I cannot repeat them in the future. But while I don't remember a good majority of my childhood, which is a problem, I distinctly, some things would probably come to light if my mother, tells me stories about how, she remembers stuff. Autism is a very tricky thing to understand. Hell, even right now, while I'm 20 years old, I'm a few days from turning 21, April 4th. Even as I'm 20 years old, right, I still don't know a lot about autism. Because while it is my disability, I still don't know a lot of things about it. Hell, I'm constantly questioning if I should know enough than I do. And I feel like I can relate to this community in a way because one of my favorite VTubers, Haruka Karibu, is also autistic. And if you haven't seen her personal story already, link in the description or the eye in the corner if you really want to know. I felt heavily for her, and I love her all the same. Hell, even one of the people that I have included on my recommended channels over on my Twitch, Sophia Ignosi, she's also autistic. And I did appear on her stream one time during her birthiversary stream, and it was a hell of a time. I played Among Us, and I also played Pick Your Poison. It was a fun time just hanging out with her and all the other people in the community, and if you haven't already, also go check out Sophia. And if there's any other autistic VTubers out there, hi! Nice to meet you. I'm Sonder Jabez, but Sonder is my preferred name. And I know a lot of you people are gonna disregard what we say, and it's just us like being confused or like not knowing what the fuck we're talking about, but let me be perfectly clear. Autistic people are capable of a lot more than you realize. Don't underestimate us.